Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to a game called Eden Star. This is as you can see on the screen, a combat demo. I actually got this as part of one of the Humble Bundles that came out, not the latest one, but the one previous to this. And I figured I'd just take a look at it. It looks really interesting. It's by Flix Interactive, so let's not stick on this screen for too long here. Got a bunch of notes here that I've made, so we should be able to get some good information out here. This is the best way I can describe this. This is very similar to the game Sanctum, but similar in that you've got a first-person shooter with construction aspects to it, and you're fighting off enemies. You're trying to keep your enemies away from your shrine, or in this case, the Eden kit. But that's probably where the similarities end, right there. Obviously, it is a sci-fi game, so sci-fi genre.
Mortem ad Astra, sir. How are you feeling? Materialization seems to have gone smoothly, sir. Movement is deemed unwise so soon after materialization.
Unfortunately, there's no...
Commencing RMD testing.
There are no...
Sir, if you could kindly calibrate your target smash.
Okay.
You can do this by smashing the crate first.
Yeah. I got it.
To the right.
Sorry, I got this guy talking to my ear here. Unfortunately, there are no subtitles yet, so I'll do my best to make the in-game audio loud enough that you can understand at least some of it. But there is also a hard accent there too, even though it's a robot. Let's see, hold right mouse button and grab and smash the box into each of these pillars. Okay. I shall... Oh, that was not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go this way. There we go. Excellent.
Excellent work, sir. Movement is now enabled.
Okay. We are now moving about the cabin.
If you could calibrate your single blast by smashing the 3 rocks directly ahead.
Okay.
That would be greatly appreciated.
And you can see this is my weapon / tool here on my right hand.
Mantle the ledge, sir.
And just mantle up here.
We need to check your RMD charge, sir. Please use sustained blast to blast through the wall.
Okay. Sustained blast. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Probably should have read. It's actually right there. Just not paying attention here.
Initiate build functionality on
Okay.
RMD2.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually put a dent right in it.
Build functionality to build your way out
Do that
of this
again.
area. That would greatly help
another
my
one.
assessment.
All right. So now we have our construction mode here. This is a... Yeah. Let me build something here. Thank you. The construction is cornerstone based. So once you place one block, every other block sort of has to meld off of it. And then you build your environment, you build your your base using that technique.
We have now entered the situational awareness portion of this assessment. Please use either wall run, jump,
Okay.
or your build tool.
Sprint by moving forwards and holding shift down, wall run. Okay, or you can build. This is the other aspect of the game that's a little bit different than you might expect. I am not forced to do any of this free running stuff, although having been a person who's enjoyed Mirror's Edge, I will do the free running. But you can also, if you encounter something like this, just build a path for yourself. So there are multiple ways to go about things. Let's see if I succeed in doing this. Yep.
It would seem, sir, that you are at the veritable peak of mind and body fitness.
Yeah. Okay. So,
So,
mine through the
You
rocks.
mine your way through the rocks.
So this is
into
the
combat
this is
training
the
facility.
resource gathering portion of portion of our demo here. What this does is, and this will be explained a little bit more, I think, by the computer here as I go forward. But essentially, you mine through. Oops, getting a little bit of frame rate
You are
lag here.
about to encounter synthetic Ica drones. These are designed to mimic the aggressive behavior of the Ica life form found on Faris 7. In this simulation, the drones are programmed to attack both you and your Eden kit, in addition to any defensive structures you build.
All right. So,
Secure your Eden kit by eliminating the Ica drones.
all right, let's get our combat on here if I can get the frame rate to do so. There we go. Oh. Now you'll notice probably that I am knocking these guys around pretty good here. It is all physics-based gameplay. In fact, you really notice it there. So as you actually fire off, and unfortunately, I'm not getting as good a frame rate as I would like. I was getting pretty good before I started recording, so unfortunately, this is just we'll just have to deal with what we got here. This is in the Unreal 4 engine, so as you can imagine, it does take a little bit of processing power.
Let's have a quick recap of your duties as a pioneer.
Okay.
Utilize the planet's natural resources. These minerals can be used in their raw form to power the RMD's abilities, or be placed into the Eden kit, where they will be refined into buildable resources. Now, deposit your unrefined minerals into the Eden kit to begin refinement process.
Okay. So this is the sort of shrine I was talking about. You get basically when you come down onto the planet. Planet is called Faris 7.
Deposit your unrefined minerals into
Yes,
the
yes,
Eden
yes. I
kit
know.
to begin refinement process.
I have to do this just to get this guy to shut up so I can talk here. What I've just done is basically take all those minerals that I mined over there by right-clicking when I came out here through that wall, and I've deposited them, all of them.
Unrefined minerals into the Eden kit to begin refinement process.
All right. Am I not doing it right? What am I? There we go. Yeah, I'm not doing it right.
Thank you, sir.
By depositing all those
The
minerals,
Eden kit is now converted.
the Eden kit then converts it into something usable,
Buildable resources.
usable resources, and then
Now withdraw refinement
I can just withdraw them
in order to continue.
by right-clicking. Right.
Thank you, sir. You are encouraged to build structures around your Eden kit in order to protect it. You
Okay.
are also able to build turrets. These turrets are powered by the refined minerals contained within your Eden kit. Each of these turrets will cost all of your buildable resources.
Right.
Use your RMD to rebuild the destroyed turret.
Okay. So, in case you didn't hear what that was just all about, was I extracted all. So I there's a lot going on. Deposit all my minerals
Your R&D
into
to build
the
turret.
Eden kit, and then I have now extracted all those refined minerals, and I go into construction mode here, and if I believe it's C? No.
Use your
X, there we go.
R&D to rebuild the
I
destroyed
can
turret.
now rebuild this turret that was destroyed earlier,
Well done,
which
sir.
then,
Remember that the Eden kit is your anchor in this world.
which then,
It gives you energy
whatchamacallit,
and acts as your resurrection point. However, if it dies, you will perish.
okay.
You can monitor the health of your Eden kit here, on the right-hand side of your heads-up display. Wave 1 begins in T-1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay. So I got a minute 30 to actually talk here with this guy not in my ear for a change. Unfortunately, I can't change the volume level, so for you guys, it'll probably be fine, and you'll be wondering why I'm not talking. But for me, I basically can't talk over it because it's just blasting in my ear. But anyway, I just did the mineral thing, and I just used up all those minerals that I gathered to build this turret. There's also, as you probably saw, some building blocks that I can make to try to fortify this area a little bit, and I'll do that in a minute. In fact, I can probably gather some minerals right now while I wait. Okay, mineral supply full. And then just deposit them in here. Alright, and then you see what my resources are right here as they're building up. And then I can just extract them until it is full. You see that little bar on the right there? There we go. Excellent. And then if I want to, I can just go into construction mode, which is 2, the number 2, and I can start building some fortifications. And again, it's based on the cornerstone building, so everything sort of has to build on one another here because it's all physics based. All right, we've got some enemies coming in. I'm just left clicking to fire at these guys. Now my goal here is much like a tower defense game. Basically have to keep these guys away from my eating kit, because that if the eating kit ever is destroyed, your character basically dies at that point because you can't be sustained on the planet, because the planet is a hostile environment. So you need this basically to just keep yourself alive. And I will go into construction mode here. There we go. It's a little bit wonky, but it is demo. So, you know, the alpha is not quite out yet. It's scheduled, from what I understand, for June of this year to have an alpha. You can. They did have a Kickstarter, but it didn't succeed. However, they're still taking pre-orders on their website, and I will leave links to that as always in the description. You can go there. I believe it's $15. You can gain access to not only the combat tech demo here, but also the alpha when it's released, and presumably also the full game. Some of the lore about this is from what I've gathered here, and I wrote some notes down, so I'm kind of looking over my shoulder as I attempt to play here. Eden Star is your basically mothership, and it's out in space right now, out in orbit. You are a pioneer, so basically you're one of the first people to be on this planet. Let me switch over to, keep crouching. Switch over to this guy, but he takes all the resources, right? So let's gather some resources. See if I can do this before the next wave starts. There we go. Put a turret over here just to help out a little bit. Excellent. Alright. And you're a pioneer. You're one of the first people on the planet. Although in some of the lore it says something like there might be a lost colony here that you'll encounter out in the world, but you know, nothing's set in stone yet, so it's still early to be really talking about too much. But essentially you are a pioneer. You're from a colony ship called Eden Star. You are here to terraform this planet for Earth, for humans. And along the way you encounter the native aliens of the planet, which are not these. These are just for the purpose of the demo, to teach you how to play the game. And you know, they're from what I understand, the combat in this game, they said that they're inspired by they've been inspired by sort of Batman Arkham Asylum. So individual enemies aren't necessarily dangerous. They're more dangerous in groups, and apparently you do get ganged up on quite a bit, or at least that it will be the intention. And all along the way, you build up your base around your Eden kit here. And there's a day-night cycle, or there will be in the game. And just like in Minecraft and other games of the same sort, it's much more dangerous at night than it is in day. So you want to, during the day, daylight hours.
Is rich in Teslinian minerals. You can harvest these from the rocks around you.
Right.
They can then be used to increase.
This guy needs to be quiet
fed into your
right now.
kit to produce building energy.
So at nighttime, obviously, you want to get everything. You want to get your base at least somewhat built up before the nighttime cycle comes along, because that's where the most dangerous of enemies come. They're all attracted to your Eden kit by the minerals that you use. So it's tower defense from that sort of perspective. I guess it's more like maybe a horde mode, or even just, you know, your basic Minecraft gameplay like mechanic there, except with auto turrets and some badass free running here, which I might be able to demonstrate again, possibly. Or not. From what I understand, the game is meant to be a co-op, 4-player co-op. Although you can play it single player, you can play it with less people. It's a local hosted game, so there's no main server that you go on. You just, you know, you host it yourself, and then your friends join in for the party, and then you just combine forces and try to build out your base and mine resources and find all the stuff that there is to find in the world as it goes. Some few other things. Let me just pull my notepad over here. Obviously, it's first-person survival here. The physics in the game, right now, it's like optimized for PhysX. So if you have an NVIDIA cards like I do, you'll get the most bang for your buck. ATI is supported, from what I understand, but you know, they have a partnership with NVIDIA, and the PhysX stuff is where it's at for them. This is the first time I've noticed this over here. What is this? I don't know if that just spawned something in, or if that was that's just there for being there. I don't know. I have been sitting around for a while here. So you will need a bit of a beefy machine. I have a relatively beefy machine here. You saw early on that I was having a lot of frame rate issues. I haven't had any since then, so I guess maybe that was just the initial world load that I had to deal with there. But it is pretty smooth. The controls are responding rather well. I'm just particularly terrible. And there isn't a whole lot in the way of options yet, because obviously it's just a tech demo right now. So this is, I mean, this is as far as the demo actually goes. There's not. This will just endlessly continue here. You can see I'm actually deforming all these boxes as I inadvertently hit them because I have a bad aim. You can also damage your own turrets and your own fortifications, so it is rewarding if you actually have a good aim from playing first-person shooters, unlike me. All right, let's I've had. I think that's about all. Is there anything else? Oh, as far as the platforms go, this is going to be PC only for right now. Though they did mention that they are, you know, an Xbox One / PS4 developer, or they have the development kits anyway. So maybe potentially in the future, depending on how well it does on the PC, you might see this on your consoles as well, on your next gen consoles. Also, they have
2 minutes 30 seconds.
okay, and it sounds like I'm getting more time each time through here. They also have what was I saying? Oh, it's a potential that they will have Oculus Rift support. They haven't said yes or no yet to it, but it's apparently an announcement that will come soon enough. So that might be something else you want to take a look at if you own or plan on owning an Oculus Rift. Really that about covers everything. You can go, if you like what you see. Let me just stop that noise for a minute here. It's getting a little bit annoying hearing that wobble blub over and over and over again. If you like what you see here, I'll leave links to their website in the description. The alpha is, I believe, $15. It's due out around June-ish. The full release is sometime next year. So, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been my look at Eden Star, and I will see you in the next video.